what's going on, good people? Back at you today with another way to help fix your row and recruit your lats as much as possible. Let's get to it. You see, more often than not, I see a lot of people pulling, doing their pulling exercises, rowing, whether it be horizontal or vertical pulling with, I hate to say it, rather terrible form. And what I mean by that, instead of recruiting their lats, that should be the primary movers of those movements, they're shrugging, they don't have any scapular stability, they've got weak serratus anterior muscles right here, and very minimal lat recruitment back here, which is the targeted muscle group. So today we're gonna use the seal row, which is a very simple and effective exercise. You can do it in any gym, with any bench. You can do it with dumbbells, you can do it with kettlebells or barbell. I personally prefer dumbbells because I like to get either a neutral or a supinated grip. All right, let's check it out. Now you can perform this exercise on either a flat bench or an incline bench, but if you've got long arms like me, you're probably gonna wanna use an incline bench. However, even if you do use a flat bench, you're probably gonna have to prop it up somehow to complete the range of motion, so you're not hitting the floor with your dumbbells or your weights. So I usually suggest just using an incline bench. And as I've mentioned before, this row is really not that big a range of motion as most people would think. And what I'm talking about here is I'm really drawing those elbows back towards my hips, right? And in this particular exercise, I'm even getting a little bit of spinal extension towards the top, meaning my spinal erectors are stabilizing, right? That range of motion is rather short. I'm squeezing at the top and I'm controlling the tempo. And I can feel those lats firing. The common mistake here is trying to increase the range of motion by A, pulling your arms up way too high, or B, or both, letting the scapula disengage, kind of resting here, and then shrugging up and turning it into an arm and trap exercise, right? Now, you could train your posterior deltoids and traps this way, but there are more effective methods. So, big squeeze, draw the elbows back towards the hips, control the tempo, and feel the burn. Now, a client asked me the other day, why does his programming that I have written for him have more pulling, a little bit more pulling than is pushing and pressing in terms of volume, sets, reps, intensity, frequency? And the reason behind that is first of all, I love good questions like this because I believe in the term that education drives compliance. You should always know exactly why you're doing things. So I'm real big on educating my clients. Outside of that, we actually have more muscles in the posterior chain or in the back than we do in the anterior chain or in the front. But the biggest thing here is that our lives are directly in front of us. We drive, we look at the phone, we're on the computer, we push the shopping cart, everything's in front of us. And most people have pretty severe imbalances as far as pushing and pulling strength. So my whole objective with that kind of programming, a little bit more pulling than pushing or pressing, is to not add strength to imbalance. That just doesn't make any sense now, does it? Now, as per usual, I hope this helps. Give it a shot. I always love your guys' feedback, so play around with it. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I'm always here to answer them. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take it easy.